Okay. So let me bring, I don't know why I shut that off. So let's talk briefly about a few things, get some paperwork stuff done. Recording this for Hunter in case he doesn't join us. I'll put some grades in. Now, a couple things with grades. Since we're doing less things, it's like you don't get a grade for a study guide, you don't get a grade for a mastery, and you do a test, we just do one. Things that we want to make sure we take care of some business. So if there's something that you get, so how we're doing grades is the application problems are worth 25% of your grade. We have the mastery study guide test section, or whatever we do of that one. Like last week, we just did one. We hope to do a few more periodically. That's worth 65% of your grade, and then 10% will be like reinforcement type and final type stuff. The reinforcement is kind of like that end of unit stuff that we used to do. Now, if that takes too much time, or if we might use that as like, we might just do 2 out of instead of 4 or something, we can adjust. But that's kind of how we're doing it. So if our mastery problem gave us problems, then our grade just got killed. So in doing less, we just need to make sure we're on top of it. So what I would do is check PowerSchool. If you got a 1 or a 3 or something and you want to extend it, we usually don't like to extend too much stuff with 4s, but 1, 2, or 3, and you want to extend it, that means you got in the 70s or lower. Let me know. I extended some stuff, but we are going to have, we got 100%, 97%, 95%, and then we have 20s and 30s. So the work can be done. It's not what we're assigning is almost the bare minimum. So if we could just hopefully continue to proceed in a decent pace, get caught up, whatever. But if you need me to do something, I would encourage you, and I kind of let everybody know we're going to extend stuff, but we're also moving on. So hopefully we can do that, and that you will take some time to get caught up, because I think that would be super beneficial. The fact that we allow that is awesome, but we got to take advantage of it. And I don't want to really talk about every class period. We need to take advantage of it. Just go ahead and do it. So all our week stuff is here again, week 1, 2, 3. If you are going to do old stuff, you can find some notes there. Week 4, I have a ton of stuff here. Okay. If you're at home or you don't have the ability in your Chromebook, or if you're in Safari, our instructions don't come up. So what I did is on this doc, I put the instructions for the work together and the application problem on there. And I did that for 2.1 section and the 2.2 section. So if you wanted your instructions for work together and app, they are there for you. I made a video. What's this? Prank call. I made a video over the notes for this. Okay. And what this video does is it gives you. Ooh, that's too loud.
This is chapter 2.
But it gives you some overview that we said we weren't gonna spend 1,000 minutes doing. It gives you what the notes are. And then I have a video of the work together. What I'm proposing with this, and I have a summary sheet. We have people that we don't have, we got to get some of that done. But what we want to do this week is I'd let you guys watch that video, highlight whatever you need. You can have 2 screens up, watch the video, and get your notes up. then in like 7 minutes, we'll do the work together. Then I'll let you watch the video, and then we'll do the work together for 2-2, and then you guys can have the rest of the time to do 2-1 and 2-2. Okay? So what I would suggest, if you're not in Google Classroom, go ahead and get in Google Classroom. You got headphones, you can put them in or whatever. Just watch that video on your own for a second. And I don't know why, whenever I put 2-1 on YouTube, it takes the period out. But 221 notes is 2.1 notes. You watch that with your accounting book up, with your accounting section up, and you can highlight all the stuff that you need. You can kind of, it gives you a brief overview. You get exposed to all the material, and then we'll go do the work together. Sound like a plan? So we'll give you about 7-8 minutes. We can give you a 9:30. It's 9:36. So let's say 9:45. We'll give you 9 minutes. 9:37. We'll just check back at 9:45, and then we'll go over the work together. Okay. If you want, put the headphones in, watch that video. And I would do the highlighting and taking notes, or at least look over it as much as you can. Instead of spending 25 minutes going over it, we'll go kind of quick. That way you get more time to work.
they had 20 for 20, so 10 king candidates and 10 queen candidates.
Where's this at?
It was on Facebook. I forgot it then.
On what? On Facebook or
Brian
United?
posted on Facebook. She posted on the school.
Oh, she put it on her Facebook,
Yeah.
not the UHS.
So I said maybe Wilkins asked me the same thing, but no. So Katie was like one of the top two getters. I thought maybe they went past 6 because
So it's not UHS tonight.
no, Amy Brown.
Your friends are Amy Brown.
Maybe she put on UHS Unite. I'm not sure.
I'll look at it. So yeah, it was on UHS Unite.
Like Logan Hall and somebody else.
I don't even know who the heck these people are.
Yeah, it's that one.
But I mean, so that's Reese, Drew. Who's that?
No idea. Oh, that might be Palomore. Remember Kamari Palomore?
Yeah, that little kid. Who's this? Who's that? That's that kid that
Yoder.
Yeah.
No, it's
Who's
Moran,
this?
isn't it? Isn't it Moran?
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Who's this?
No idea.
Who's not there? How do you know who's not there? I didn't see him.
I think it's some
Logan.
Logan Hong and somebody else.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's only 7 boy guys.
Yeah, no.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 11 girls.
Oh, I don't know. I've never seen those two before.
I don't know who that is. Yeah. Who's this?
Taylor Hincus?
Oh, that is? Who's that?
No idea.
Who's that?
It's Pearson girl.
Who's that? That's what's her face.
Lynch. No idea.
Can't even tell. It's so
I
far
don't know who
away.
that is. That's the Mead, Kate Mead's sister.
Ugh.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah. Huh. Well, whatever. I don't know any of those people.
How we doing? How we doing? How we doing?
Okay. Hopefully that went, we were okay going through that. Gives you a little idea, brief overview of what we're looking at for this chapter. When we're going through chapter 2, we're going to look at 2-1 work together right now. Okay. So we got the 2-1 work together. Now again, well, if the instructions aren't working for you, what I did, again, on here is I have the instructions on a Google Doc so that you don't have to worry about it. So let's take a look at it. Sorry. So 2-1, what are we working with? It talks about, if you remember going through that chapter real quick in those 6-8 minutes, we're going to be doing some sales journal work, correct? And we're going to have these things called credit memorandums. So if you remember last week, last chapter, sorry, we did purchases journal and we did debit memorandums. When we did a debit memorandum, it went into the general journal. So it's not much different. When we do a credit memorandum, it's going to go into the general journal as well. Debit memorandums meant we were returning something we already purchased, so we were debiting the accounts payable and the vendor. So if I went to Cohen's store, I owed him $5,000. I returned $2,000. They give me a debit memorandum. I have to debit my bill to Cohen for $2,000 to lower my bill. Now with sales, it's a little different, but it's the same concept. We're making sales now, and we're going to have people that are going to return it. We're going to give them allowances. We're going to ship something that's broken, or they're going to purchase too many or a different size, and they're going to return items. We need to have a process for that. And so what we're going to do is do what's called a credit memorandum. So instead of debiting accounts receivable, we're going to credit it and take that money off their bill. So we're going to work in the sales journal and the credit and the general journal. So our example here, it says back office is our example. Chairs and desks are what we sell. In the instructions says page 3 of the journal, sales journal, 6 general. So those are our page numbers. Okay. We're going to walk through these transactions together. The sales tax changes from problem to problem. This example, we have an 8% sales tax. All right, source documents are abbreviated as follows. We should be good to go. Okay. All right. So we are in page 3 of the sales journal and 6 of the general. So I can't get all this on one page. Oh, yes, I can. So the sales journal, we want to put a 3 up there right away, just so we don't forget. And the general journal, we want a 6 up here in the page numbers. Okay. All right. First transaction. It said we sold a desk on account to LKL Products for $1,415 plus sales tax. All right. So we are in the month of September, and it is the 3rd. LKL. I love how it comes up. I don't have to type it. LKL Products Company. All right. It is sales slip. They said 422. And all right, let's read that again. Sold a desk for $1,415 plus sales tax. So of course they're not going to give us all the information we need every time, right? So the desk, you see where sales credit is over here? We know that we're selling that desk for $1,415. So we sell it just like we did before. A sale is a credit, right? We're increasing it with a credit. Now we got to take $1,415. I'm just going to use my calculator. I'm sick of that solar thing. Sorry, that solar thing is a nightmare for me. All right, 1,415, and we're multiplying it. What did they say the tax was? 8. Yeah, it changes sometimes from problem to problem. 0.08. So that means our sales tax that we're charging, we're collecting. Remember what happens? Why is this our money, the sales tax? It's not, right? We're collecting it. We're not going to post it individually, but we will post it the total. But we are collecting that because it's a liability we have to pay the government. All right. So do you guys know how he got that? We took 1,415 times 8%. Then we add those two up. 158, 1,528, 20. And that's just a basic sale, right? Where the debit should equal both credits. Any questions or problems on that guy? Pretty straightforward. That's a good one to start on. All right, I'm gonna move that instructions up. Second one on the 6th, it says we sold a chair and account to United Charities. Okay, charities, schools, university, churches, stuff like that. What are they? Tax exempt, so we don't have to worry about sales tax. Sold a chair and account to United Charities for 310. Sales slip 423. All right, so we're on the 6th. We have what's called United. I love it coming up. It's sales slip 423. We just have to put the number. There is no tax for this. So it is a simple transaction that doesn't include sales tax. This time, though, you got to remember, I always got to look back if it's chairs or desks. So chairs is 310, and the accounts receivable debt at United Charities they're still paying us. We give them a discount probably. Okay? But no sales tax because it's a charity, school, church, that kind of thing. All right, the 11th, sold 3 desks on account, $2,400 plus sales tax. Who did we do this to? Grayson and their desk. All right, so this they said was the 11th. It's Grayson Inc. It's 424. It's 2,400. I gotta do this quick, otherwise I'll forget it. 2,400. All right. It's a desk, right? Yeah. So now we take 2,400 times 0.08, and we get tax of $192. We add 2,400 plus 192. And we will charge the Grayson Company, wrong number, $25.92. We add the 2 credits up, they have equal debits. So the third transaction, September 3rd transaction, 11th, are pretty similar. Then we have the charity one, which is no tax. So far, so good. Kind of remembering what we do at the sales journal from last year. It's kind of good. All right, now we got to get our thinking caps on. 16. Granted credit to Grayson for one of its, what does it say? One of the desks sold on 424, $800 plus sales tax CM 45. So this last transaction, we sold 3 chairs for 2,400. So they're returning one, I gotta remember all this, September 16th, and it's called a credit memorandum. So when we think credit memorandum, we're going to be crediting the accounts receivable and the vendor. So as purchases, returns, and allowances were used in the debits, sales, what kind was it? Desks, right? Yep. Sales, returns, and allowances, but we have to choose desks. CM 45. Okay. And we are returning $800 worth of desks. So we have a debit. Sales, spell it right. Sales tax payable is also going to be debited for $64. And then since it's a credit memorandum, that's the one that has 2 lines. Accounts receivable and the company that we did it to, which is Grayson. Nope, sure it is. I clicked on the wrong thing. Accounts receivable Grayson. Okay, and then that is going off their bill. So we need to credit that because it's a credit memorandum. So hopefully this makes sense. So just to kind of show you, I'll go right back to this. But the sales journal, we just charged Grayson $2,592, right? Then they come back 5 days later, return one of the desks. So we record the return of the product, which is a debit, because we want to see how much sales returns we're giving out to people throughout the month and year. We don't want to pay the government that $64 in tax if we didn't make $64 worth of sales. So when they return $800, that means we have to also return the sales tax money they paid, which lowers how much we pay the government. That really is just giving them their money back, right? This is all we're doing. And then we add both those up so that debits equal credits, so that we take that off. When we post, we'll take that off our account receivable controlling account as well as the Grayson account. Is that kind of sort of okay for our credit memorandum? Okay, excellent. Oops. 23rd, sold 10 chairs on account to LKL Products, 3,650 plus sales tax. All right, so we're back at it. 23rd of September, it's LK, come pop up. LKL Products, it's 425. We sold some chairs for $3,650. $3,650 times 0.08 is a credit tax of $292. Hit the wrong button. So we add up 292 plus 3,650, and we get $3,942. Tricky part, just make sure you're doing the decimal right. Make sure you're putting it in the correct column if it's chairs or desks. And that's the last line in that one. So we can add this up. And I'll give you these totals. 8,372.20. This one is 597.20. Chairs is 3,960. And desks is 3,815. I gotta hit the decimals. Okay. Okay. I'm kind of going out of order, but I knew that was total. Sorry. You know, it's the last line, it's totals. Remember, the last day of the month is what we do for totals. Okay. Any questions on what we're doing there? All right, the last transaction. Granted credit to Davenport Corporation as an allowance for a defective chair. So we knocked off 75 bucks. So we got to credit that plus the sales tax of the $75 that we charged them. And it's called a plus sales tax invoice. It's from the credit memorandum 46. So we got to go to Davenport. We got to go to the general journal. It was the 27th. It is a sales returns allowance. What was it? Desk chair. We know this is sales tax payable. We know it's a CM46, and it was $75 they returned. We got to find out the tax. So 75 times 0.08, $6. So then we know it's a credit memorandum. So the 2-line item is account receivable, and it was Davenport, right? Why is that every time I do that? Davenport. Isn't that amazing? Nope, whatever. I don't get it. Let's see if maybe I just got spill accounts. Okay, whatever. Accounts receivable Davenport Company, and we credit it for $81. $81, not 80,000. Okay. Again, why are we doing that? When you post, we'll have to post accounts receivable / Davenport Company. We'll have to post every individual item in the general journal. In the sales journal, you guys know what we're posting? We're posting this column. We're posting this number to LKL Products. We're posting this number to charity, this number to there, this number to there. Then we post accounts receivable, sales tax, sales chairs, sales desks. We don't post anything in tax or chairs and desks individually. We're posting the totals to the company. Does that make sense? You guys need to practice that and work together, or you guys understand that and you're good to go on the application problem? I can give you time later to practice posting if you need. Is that okay? So in other words, I'm not grading the work together. The work together is for you to use, to understand, you know what I mean? Okay. So is there any question on any of these? You guys good on the credit memorandums? Okay. All is well, is what you're telling me. Fantastic. All right, we're gonna get out of there. That is the work together. Okay. If we don't have any questions, so what we'll ask you to do again is down here in Google Classroom. There's 2.2 notes video. Why don't you take 5 minutes? It's 10:04. We'll give you until 10:10. Watch that video. It'll give you a brief overview of the chapter. It'll give you the notes highlighted. And then at 10:10, we will go over the work together as a group. Sound like a plan? So it'll give you a quick little, it's like crib sheets. Give you a little brief overview of it, and then we'll start. We'll start in 5 minutes. You guys need me to move? Sorry. And then we can give you the rest of the time. We'll go quick. Two directions. All right. Are you guys ready to do the work together, or do you need a few more minutes? So directions again, if you need them, right here, 2-2 work together application problem. There's a video that walks you through all these. If you need more help after class, we are Columbus Hardware. They have hardware and lumber as their two departments. They got a 210 net 30. We're taking 2% if it's paid within 10 days. The rest of it needs to be paid out in 30. We're doing page 5 of the cash receipts journal. Okay, so let's go to the cash receipts journal and let's make sure we put, I don't know where it is. Holy cow, I'm gonna have to make this significantly smaller. Well, we might not be able to do this. There. I wish I can make this so I can use this whole screen. Either way, all right, so we'll make it work. All right, so in their instructions, it tells us that we're in March. So let's put March up there. The first transaction is March 3rd. We have in this page journal that we wrote down already, received cash on account from Andrew Homes for lumber purchased on the sales slip 426 for blank amount less discount. I'm not going to read all these numbers, that way you guys can read it. We're working with the 7.5% sales tax, by the way. Okay. So what we're doing is we're offering discounts. Why would a company do that? So that we can encourage prompt payment. We get customers that like the discount, they'll keep coming back. So our cash will be less than the accounts receivable that is being paid. So in other words, we charge, let's say I charge 10 bucks to Tristan and he gives me $2 discount. Your account receivable credit we're going to put on there is 10, but your cash debit's going to be 8, right? You only receive 8 because of the discount. That's what we're doing. All right, so the first one, receive cash on account from Andrew Homes. So we're going to go Andrew Homes. And it's document number, it's a receipt 445. You need to put R there, I believe, because we got other things going on with the cash receipts journal. Okay? We don't really use the general. So this thing says that we had $12,458.95. $458.95 bill that we took a 2% discount on. So if you multiply $12,458.95 times 2%, you get a lumber, it's a lumber discount of $249.18. You might have to do some rounding to the nearest penny. So how do we figure out debit for cash? This is a sales discount debit. We take the amount that we charge them minus the discount we allowed, and we get a number that is $12,209.77. We take the amount we charged them, we subtract the discount we gave them, and it's $12,209.77. And I'll just maybe zoom in and scroll a lot. $12,209.77. Do you understand how you got all three of those numbers? Okay, that's important. And we'll just kind of scroll back and forth. All right. So the fourth says we recorded cash credit card sales for the week. All right, so this is great. This is an easy one. 3,194.18, 8,418. Okay. So this is the fourth. We put V's here, right? We'll find out. Because we don't put it there. It's TS. We used to do the date. Do you remember that? Now we don't. It's terminal summary. You guys remember what terminal summary from the notes? It's the cash register. That's the, so we used to do TS4. Vance County, we're just doing the sales slips the way they are. So TS12. Why we put a V here is because we're not posting anything. Why aren't we posting anything in this one? Because we're not posting individually to the accounts receivable, because this has nothing to do with accounts receivable. All right, so then you look at the numbers. We have hardware and lumber totals. The hardware total is $3,194.18. They give you that. $8,418.69 is the lumber. So far, so good. They gave us those two numbers. We add those two numbers up. You get $11,612.87. We add these two up. We multiply the total times the sales tax, which is 7.5%. 0.075, right? Remember that? And you get a number that is $870 and 0.965. So what does that mean? Round up. So you add, for that, we're adding the hardware number plus, what was the other one? Plus lumber. And we get $11,612.87. We multiply that by, 0.075. And you get $870.965. So you round that up to 97, right? That's all we did there. And why we do the check mark here is because we're not posting anything in accounts receivable. So these are going to be posted totals. Okay. Now the last part in this is that we have to add all three of these up to get the cash debit. So that is $12,483.84. $12,483.84. Sales tax plus hardware plus lumber. Okay? Those are all three credits. They equal our debit. We're good to go. All right. Next one is the 7th. All right, we got to do some math here too. Received a check from Estate Housing for lumber on a sales slip that we sold, minus a credit memorandum that we gave them. So then we have to subtract the credit memorandum, then we have to do the discount. All right, so let's set this up. This is 7th. It's Estate Housing. It is a receipt. We are collecting money. 446. Okay. So that 8,400. Oh, we don't have that yet. Okay. No. All right. So we got to figure out some things. So in our instructions, pull this up. So in our instructions here, it tells us we need to take $9,248.17, our original account receivable that they owe us. It says they need to subtract the credit memorandum for $833.02. So now we're at $8,415.15. And that's the accounts receivable credit. This is the sales return. This is our original, right? So now it says they're going to take a discount. So we take our accounts receivable times 0.02 for our discount. And this is our sales discount debit. So then we take our original accounts receivable minus the discount that we gave them. And this is our cash debit. We had to do a little thinking there. Original invoice minus the credit memorandum that they returned gives us our new accounts receivable, right? Multiply it by the sales discount. This is how much discount they have. Subtract the discount from our new sales invoice, the account receivable, and this is how much debit we get. So now we got to journalize that. So we got $8,415.15 in accounts receivable. Correct? Am I writing that right? Yep, we got 100. Is this lumber or not? $168.30 discount. So our cash is a little less. We just did it, $8,246.85. That makes sense to everybody? Excellent. All right, then let's do the next one. Very similar. Lyle Construction, receipt 447. Okay. Similar circumstances, similar problem. We're given a number. Where's our instructions? Stop it. Okay, we're given a number. 2,473.61 is our invoice. They returned 325.51. So we got 2,148.10, which is our new account receivable. We multiply that by the discount they're taking advantage of. And this is the sales discount for that. Then we take our new invoice that we found after they returned stuff, minus the discount. And this is our cash. Same process as last time. How much they charged minus the credit memorandum to get a new total, that's our accounts receivable. But we're not going to collect all that cash because they're taking a 2% discount, so we got to subtract that $42.96 to get our cash. So it's 2,148.10 with a discount of $42.96 and a but that's not there. That's in hardware. For a cash total that we are collecting of $2,105.14. Are you guys all right by taking a sales slip, subtracting the credit memorandum, and multiplying the discount? Okay. The last one says recorded cash credit card sales. These T's are easy. You get a check mark, not an X. You get a check mark. It is T13. Again, we're not, sorry, TS. We are not doing the date ones, so we're just going to write these in. We have $4,184.94 worth of hardware. Oops. Not even close. Okay. $4,184.94 in hardware. We have $6,148.71 in lumber. We add those two up, multiplied by sales tax. You get $775.02. Add all three of those up, and you get $11,108.67. March has 31 days in it, so we have a total. Nothing in the general. Can't remember if we have to put zeros or not. I gotta check. I'm putting zeros. And then I think we need to put V's here for posting. Why are we putting V's there? Because there's nothing there to post, so we're not posting general totals because there is no account called a general. All right, we have accounts receivable credit. We collected 23,000, or we wrote off that $23,022.20. We collected sales tax of $1,645.99. We have sales credit to hardware of $7,379.12. $14,567.40 for lumber. $42.96. Only number in hardware. We add the two lumbers up, and we get a cash of $46,154.27. Okay. Now, kind of like the work together before, if you are okay with posting, I don't care if you don't practice the posting in the work together for these. All right, that's fine. Is there a question on any of these transactions that I can help you with at all? Okay, I'm going to exit out of here then. Yeah, what do you got? This number? You add this 4,184 plus 6,148. Oops. Where's my instructions? 0.075. Yeah, so if you multiply, sometimes you get crazy and you go 0.02 like the discount, but it's 0.075 is our tax number for this problem. And then that's how you get that big number. Then you add all three of these up to get our cash. Yeah, happens. Absolutely. Okay, good question. Is there any other ones? Now, you guys know when we post, what are you posting? You're going to post to Andrew Homes, Estate Housing, and Lau Construction. You're going to post these numbers. And then you would post these totals. Now, again, do you have to work on 2-1 posting and 2-2 posting? No, only if you want to. The work togethers. The application problems, we're gonna ask you to post. Okay? So what we end up asking you to do today, the rest of today, if you take a look at this chapter, how many sections do you see? 2.1 and 2.2, right? So what we're gonna ask you to do is the application problems for 2.1 and 2.2. You got about 20 minutes today. When do we meet again? Next Tuesday then? We meet next Tuesday, so you want to have those done by next Tuesday. Okay? You have those done by next Tuesday. And then next week, we'll probably give you like the study guide or the mastery problem to do. If I give you the study guide, then the mastery problem will be the test the following week. Now, if they give you the mastery problem, then we might give you the test. I'll probably give you the study guide to do next week. So next week, class period, you guys will do the study guide. There's multiple parts. So we'll do the study guide in class. Hopefully you get time before then to finish 2.1 and 2.2. I know that's homework, but at least it's not, you have to check in with me and log in. You just do it sometime in 7 days. 2 problems. And then you can do the study guide, and then you'll have another week. Team JAC even. Will be Monday, we'll do the test. You know what I mean? Any questions? Good, perfect. You don't need to do that on your own. So yeah,